Our people have a saying, SWTOR Ishietaldin. You know it? Family is more than blood. I'm glad you came to Terrace.
It's been good having you at my back.
I'll watch your six no matter what. Made contact with some of my cousins. It's strange, but a start.
You've got the makings of a strong leader.
Old man left me something. Got a lot to learn before I try leading a clan. Fighting alongside Mandalore's chosen can't hurt. Heard from Mandalore lately? No, he's letting you do your thing. You're still blood, though. I'd like to meet him.
You're not thinking of picking up your father's cause.
Told you, it's settled. Just want to talk, man to man. Shout if you hear something.
뭐 길라 뭐 그런 길. 야, 안 본파 뭐시다. Bedwana urbi 길라 와터 번키 동거 부도가로다.
Looks like you can finally put all this behind you.
시사카바 기오타 부반다 바퀴 왕키. 카바투가 아미시카 카바누 타스마 와티라. Tanta Zuza, Cheska Pakuta, Kiska Tadawata. Niska Takamu.
What's on your mind?
Wafumare to Boto Dwana, Wanki Wapata, Yatuka Luka. Unabonko Wawuni, Kupa, Tontika Makitugi.
You're glad that Dreely almost got you killed?
Yama Bisto Chanaga, Imecha Tonmicha. Hopo Mawanka Tuduska, Udwana Wada Suka Kupa. Funtahasa.
You're not gonna believe this. I heard from Hilo. She's willing to take me back if I'm willing to show she means more to me than me. Sent the message certified, credits on delivery. Whew, almost cleaned me out just to have it delivered.
She's nobody's fool.
Never was. If it had been my plan to steal the money, she'd have sniffed me out. That just sort of happened. I learned my lesson. I feel like I'm back in my prime. Not that I'd slipped, I'm just unburdened. I owe you for that, so I thought I'd say it. Don't go making a big deal out of it.
Glad I could help. Really.
I've got to hand it to you. You really surprised me. You're not what I would call a conventional partner in crime. But we're really turning out to make quite the team.
Letting you live was one of my better decisions.
I do think it's because we got all of that pesky trying to kill each other out of the way early. You and me, we're going to carve out a criminal empire, or at least accumulate one heck of a fortune. Your children's children won't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, wild space is the limit.
This is where I get off, runt.
Been waiting forever to hear that.
Huh, funny. Found me that slimy hut I was talking about. He's been getting fat and happy all these years after crossing me. Time he gets what's coming to him.
When you're finished with this, it better not come back to haunt us.
When I'm finished, ain't gonna be much left. Try not getting killed. Gonna want something to do when I get back.
You're back.
Ain't like a bunch of hut flunkies was gonna give me trouble. Would have been back sooner. But the slug and I had a lot of catching up to do.
I take it you had a good time.
Made him wish he'd traded all these years for quick death. This is the way to do it. Doing what we want when we want. Ain't nobody gonna say otherwise. Kinda glad I ain't killed you yet.
You mean you're glad you haven't tried?
I'll get around to it. Figure I ain't going back to organized crime. Now that I got free run of the galaxy. But that don't mean I ain't got pull. Long as I'm running with you black son.
I'm not joining your gang, Skadge.
Wasn't asking. I was telling. All I'm saying is you and yours need something. Black Sun's got your back. Now quit making a fuss before I change my mind.
Hey, I was scanning the HoloNet and just lost track of time. Where is everybody? It's so quiet. I thought for a second I'd gotten on the wrong ship.
Sounds about perfect, doesn't it?
You might be onto something there. Okay, admit it. You pitched the guys out an airlock. It's okay, I won't judge. This time, anyway. You know what? You're okay.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Sort of egotistical, but still, okay. When Brayden first talked about you, I don't know what I expected, but whatever it was, you're better. What I want to say is, you're awesome, and if you were lost in the same sector, I would definitely give you directions.
And if someone put a bounty on your head, I'd shoot him for you.
You wouldn't collect on it first? That's really sweet of you. Alright, anyway, you get the point. Let's get back to work. It's strange. I haven't always known you. It just doesn't seem possible. It's gotten hard to remember what life was like before we met.
Must have been pretty bad. Better not think about it, really.
Yeah, pretty traumatic, all the years I spent without your ego. I love you, you know. You probably guessed that already.
Want me to say it for you? I love you.
Man, I wish I'd gotten a holo recording of that.
Let's make this an official contract. What do you say?
When you put it that way, how can a girl possibly say no?
The Jedi are broken. The Republic forces are in disarray. Now is the time to strike. You will depart Corellia. Make for the Founder, the Supreme Chancellor's flagship, immediately. The Founder's landing codes will give the Republic fleet little reason to fire upon you.
Somehow, I'm not reassured.
The fate of this operation will not be left to the landing codes alone. Captain Horn has prepared an SOS signal using the Republic's ciphers. When you leave the spaceport, you will be pursued by our ships. The Republic will allow you to board, or they risk allowing one of their own to die. We will give them no time for doubt.
If you think I'm gonna let you shoot me down, you got another thing coming.
I expect you can handle it. You will reach the Founder by any means necessary. Once on board, your first priority will be to destroy all crafts in the adjacent hangars, to prevent the Supreme Chancellor from escaping.
Improvised demolition is one of my specialties.
With no means of escape, only the Supreme Guard will stand between you and your prey.
Once the deed is done, how do you expect me to break away from the Republic fleet?
Signal your success, and the Tyrant will lead an attack to cover your escape. The Supreme Chancellor's fate is sealed.
So many people willing to lay down their lives for me. It should never have come to this. There's something I want to tell you, before you do what you came to do.
Don't beg, Chancellor. It's unbecoming.
Just bear with me. Consider it a last request, if that means anything. I reviewed the reports surrounding the operation to apprehend you. It's atrocious. A monumental abuse of power. I don't condone what you were doing, but I understand it. It was just your job. June made it personal.
You expect me to believe you had nothing to do with this? I watched you condemn me, live on the holonet.
I authorized the operation to bring you to justice, but what June did was beyond his authority. I've already declassified the real details of yours and June's actions to the public. The fallout will be tremendous. No matter how our meeting concludes, I'll be removed from office.
Tarnishing your reputation doesn't get mine any cleaner.
In this case, you're wrong. The false accusations will disappear as the truth is separated from the lies. It's not a clean slate, but it's what you deserve. I'm willing to take things a step further, if you're willing to work with me.
Give me a reason to believe anything you've said.
The reports are right here. Take a look for yourself. Keep them. Whatever will allay your suspicion. My offer is immunity for your past crimes. The real ones. If you're willing to show me you're not firmly in the Empire's pocket. June believed you were in league with a Sith named Tormund. Is that true?
We have a partnership of convenience, that's all.
It's a partnership you should end. Tormund's a monster. His troops have been butchering Corellians. On Raban, he flattened kilometers of homes, businesses, hospitals. A man like that can't be given more power. Let's fix this while we're in a position to do so.
Well, we haven't had much choice about working with Tormund until now. This could be our out.
Tormund's had us under his thumb far too long. Keep your word and Tormund will disappear.
It's time to show him who's boss.
I understand the risk you're taking. Thank you.
The Supreme Chancellor's been dealt with.
Good. Make for the Tyrant. The fleet will cover your escape.
We'll engage the Imperial fleet, but I'll have to survive this to hold up my end of the bargain. If you can somehow cripple the Tyrant after dealing with Tormund, we can handle the rest.
The Tyrant won't trouble you, Chancellor.
You reek of vengeance and satisfaction. The Supreme Chancellor's death has excited your passions. Relish it. Experience some small measure of what it is to be Sith. Now, deliver what I have asked of you.
I'm done dancing to your tune, Tormund.
I expected better. This was deserved.
You were way overdue.
Trusting in a tool, however useful, was a mistake. The task of delivering the master stroke I should have reserved for myself. The galaxy would know. None are beyond my reach. All would cower or they would burn. And the Dark Council would see how total victory is achieved.
Even Sith don't get everything they want.
I was hoping to find you alive. Quite a narrow escape. Darth Tormund was not as fortunate, I trust.
I took care of him personally.
Good. At least it's done. Perhaps it's best that I'm getting out of politics. Ranging assassinations couldn't be farther from what I've stood for. After falling this far, I suppose there's no point in trying to recover my principles. Coming clean would only do more harm than good.
You don't cast off honor when it's inconvenient.
I never said I was excusing my failures. only living with them. It was for a greater good. We may be far from achieving peaceful coexistence, but the fewer men like Tormund that come to power, the better our chances. As far as anyone knows, Tormund died in a foolish naval battle. Let's leave it that way.
I prefer keeping the Empire in the dark about our little arrangement.
I thought you might. You'll be exonerated as I promised. Even if my replacement questions the justification, overturning it would be more trouble than it's worth. I'm also sending a small reimbursement for your lost wages. It isn't much. There are more important things than pride and wealth. I hope you'll continue to use such good judgment in the future.
I'm a Mandalorian, Chancellor. We may not follow your rules, but we've got our priorities straight. You may not know how to handle a blaster, but you're prepared to die for what you believe in. That's good enough for me. Live in honor, Chancellor, wherever you end up.